Alright, what's good, y'all boys? And this video is going to be about succession. So we got to speak to Adrestia in the Falador Castle throne room. And what you're going to need for this is Daughter of Chaos, Civil War 1, 2, and 3. And you know your puzzle box, tier 5, 60 mining, and smithing. The required items are none. And it says a scaled safe combat encounter, and later in the quest you need to survive in the wilderness. So, you know, to get here, you go to the Falador Lodestone, head south, go to the White Knight's Castle, and you would end up in front of these two doors. So, let's just go through, and let's climb up this ladder. Alright, so go through these other two doors, climb up this staircase, and let's speak to Adrestia. Alright, so talk to her.
I hope to see you. I need your help, sugar.
Alright, so the quest prompt comes up.
Perfect. Let me tell you about what's happening.
I am soon to be crowned. It is a burden I do not take lightly. As Basilissa, it is my duty to see that the kingdoms are protected. Right now, there is one looming threat that haunts me, that threatens us all. The Civil War is over. Bilrak won. The demons, defeated, fell in line and joined the ranks of his army. Bilrak is in a position to launch a full-scale invasion. But it is not enough. The powerful always crave more power. He greedily seeks more ways to expand his influence and cement his dominance. Even now, he gathers his forces and spreads out across the world in search of something. Lost magic, an artifact. Whatever he is trying to do, it represents a terrible threat to the rest of the world. We must stop him. We must put an end to his reign before it begins.
So you can see that Bilrak won, and he doing something crazy. We got people in the hood going everywhere, and they trying to find out some tea. Alright, so we tracked down a contingent on Bilrak's forces in Santistan. So we gotta go over there. Soon I will be coronated, and she gonna be Basilissa.
Alright, so she basically telling us what she just said. So now I would like to join you.
This is gonna be my last time to get her hands dirty.
Alright, so she want to help? Are we ready to go? Yes.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, so we get teleported. Alright, so the entrance to Santistan is east of Varrock, between the lumberyard and the dig site. Alright, so, you know, let's continue our journey. Alright, so, I'll see you there. We're gonna get the archaeology journal and teleport.
You know, I don't get it. In her splash art, like, you know, for RuneScape in the beginning, you know, she ain't got none of this. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, she racked up here, so I don't get it.
So, now that we teleported to right here, at the Archaeology Guild, using our archaeology journal, we're just gonna run towards Santistan. So, all we're gonna do is run north, and it's basically where Elder Guard Wars is. So, we just continue running north, and you know, she's following us. Nah, is that the future of like how our runs would look? That's kind of sick. At least it's smooth. But yeah, here's the ancient doors, and continue with succession. Yes. You and Adrestia venture deep into the Undercity beneath Santistan, and enter an ancient prison, now abandoned. Small little cutscene happens. Here we are.
I mean, scientists and crazy. These Zamarakians ain't shit. I will give anything to grab a mattock and sift through memories, but there's no time.
Oh, okay, so that's interesting. This might be something added in the future.
Right. Now we need to find out what Bilrak's forces were. I mean,
Right, so now we gotta discover large footprints. Oh, and you can move, like, in this cutscene looking type. Well, someone larger than a human was here. I'd wager a good 8 feet tall or so. Probably in heavy armor too, given the depth of the print. Oh, okay. Okay, so now I'm assuming we go up. Okay, so we gotta find 5 clues. Okay, so I don't see any here. Ah, okay. There's 2 right here. Body of a demon cultist. Look at their wounds. The damage is brutal. Whoever did this was large and dangerous. That's 2. Okay. I see another one over here. Those scratch marks are deep. They must have dragged something huge out of here. Alright, so that's 3. Okay, so now if we look to the east, you'll see this ancient Zoroastrian architecture, which, if you examine it, it seems interesting. Recently by shadow magic. So, maybe that's something to look at.
this is some crazy ass architecture.
But there's something else. Look, do you see it? The light. It's refracting. Almost as if it was shying away. Shadow magic. Interesting, because there's a lot of shadow stuff going on. Expertly.
I mean, and it's crazy.
The question is, what was it used for?
I'm normally
Of the opinion that magic is neither good nor evil, only a tool to be used. I can think of very few positives of shadow magic here. Alright, so that's number 4. And the last one, let's check over here. Let's head to the south. Okay, note from a worker. Okay, mentions needing to get equipment. They took something large and heavy out of here. Some ancient device, perhaps? A buried object of power? It looked like it took a huge effort, whatever it was. It must have been worth a great deal to them. And that's 5 out of 5. So your character automatically runs to Adrestia.
let's see how it all fits together.
Let's get some tea on this. You must okay, so you can't have your familiar, so, just dismiss it. And let's talk to her again. Who am I, Khazard? Yeah, I think I'm Khazard. Alright, let's go figure out what to do. Alright, so let's just talk to people. Yeah, Khazard, yeah. Move, you slovenly dogs. What am I paying you for? I don't want to be here any longer than I need to. We're right on the edge of one of their biggest and noisiest cities. Even those fools will work out something is up soon. Now hurry up and find the artifact. Artifact. Alright, so now this puzzle nonsense. Alright, so let's get into it. Alright, so I'm move crate. It contains a unique artifact, a ritual marker created by Zeros himself. An ancient marvel. Yet it sits here unmoved like all of this other cargo. Am I talking to myself? The ritual marker is of paramount of importance to Bilrak. It must be in the ritual circle to activate his portal. Oh, so Zeros to come back? But the biggest crate is the heaviest. No, okay, so heavy enough to crush you. Okay, that gives you a clue. Honestly, where do you get these feckless hicks? We've wasted enough time here. I'll move the crate onto the ritual circle myself. Alright, so move, I'm assuming move you. Move over there. Move this back. Move this forward. Move you. Move you. Move you. Because apparently they're useless. Crush adjacent guards with this crate. You know, since we're Khazard, you know, yes. Alright. Oops. Oops. Drestia, for the love of Guthix, I don't think you're taking this seriously. If Khazard was this petty and cruel, he'd be poisoned by his own soldier within a year. Alright, I mean, you know, I just be playing tricks. Oh, okay, hold on. General Khazard isn't a murderous, cackling overlord whose hobbies include pushing puzzle blocks with his mind. But you know, go with it. Why are you like this? Look, when you've been buried under legislative documents for the last week, you find your own fun. Alright, so I'm assuming we gotta crush him. So we'll move him this way. You move. You move. And he looks mad scared though. That's crazy. Krusty, you know what? I'm gonna say ha 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 again. Help! Help! Police murder. Really? Come on, that's definitely what he's saying. He's, fine. So now we gotta figure out this last part. So, there's a circle here, and this large crate has what I need. Alright, so let's figure this out. Alright, so I'm gonna move this, move that there. I'm gonna move this back, move this forward, move this there, move that one more, move this up, move that there, move this crate, move that crate. I'm gonna move this back. I'm gonna move it back again. Move that to the Rizzle. Move that to the Rizzle. And move that to the Rizzle. And I'm gonna push this up. Yeah, alright, there we go. A new ritual marker. One that Zeros had been experimenting with? But why? Majorat no longer need to sustain their lives with rituals. So what's it for? Whatever the reason, Bilrak seems like he'll go to any lengths to get this thing. There's something we're missing. You're right. There's more to this puzzle. Thinking about it, what we've learned lines up with other intelligence we received. There are reports of strange figures seen in the Menopause library. I put it aside as the data was unclear, but I think we need to investigate this now. And are you ready to move on? Yes. Our next lead is to investigate the Grand Library in the Imperial District. Alright, so let's continue. Alright, so let's head toward Menopause. So, you can see Menopause lodestone here, and let's teleport. So now that we're here, we can just head north, and then up these steps. You know, hit that good old surge. Double surge. Oh, look, a soul obby. And here's the Grand Library right here. So we're gonna head inside. Continue succession, yes. Alright, so let's talk to Adrestia again. Look at this place. Isn't it neat? That sounds like the Little Mermaid. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Alright, wait, where was I? There's so much knowledge here. walls of stories, aeons of history, all pressed tightly together. I could stay here for weeks. But right now we have bigger issues to deal with. Our intelligence suggests that Zamorakian forces were sighted in the city. There are 3 places of interest that we should investigate. The Magister's Chamber, the Soul Altar, and of course, in the Grand Library. My reports say Anakra was here. Anakra? Yes, the Majrat do have a way of crawling out of the woodwork, don't they? I mean, According to her dossier, she's not a subtle creature even for a Zamorakian. Apparently, she goes, but has known to willingly damage books. This bitch. Reprehensible. But perhaps we could look for damaged books as clues. Hopefully the librarians can repair any damage that she caused. Alright, so let's start looking for these books. Yeah, you can see one right here. Alright, so let's check it out. And it's crazy too, like it has a sound effect. Alright, so I see one on each side, one over here, and then one over here. So, we're gonna come over here, discover the secret chamber. They're investigating the Terra Guardian Magister. Why? What do you know about the Terra Guardians? Garidians. Oh, sorry, Garidians. They were my father's people, long before he became a god. He rarely spoke of them, though. We don't know a great deal about them, but we do know that they had great insight into the manipulation of mortal souls. Sounds like something a Zamorakian Majra could have a number of uses for. Quite. Alright, so that's one of 3. So we're just gonna head over to the other side and get the other one. So bomb, surge, and discover the corruption. Why are they interested in a mascot and her okay. I'm glad they mentioning the desert gods again. This passage here, something about devouring souls. I only know about half the words. May I see? You hand Adrestia the book. Her brow furrows as her eye stares across the page. Huh. Verbose, but well argued. It's a theory about what happens when souls are devoured, quote unquote. As common parlance would have it, crucially the various ways they might empower the devourer. So one of Bilrak's cronies was after information on how souls are consumed and used? Great. Alright, so let's find the other ones. And there's one right here. It's all the way at the bottom. Discover the living dead. Necromancy. So we know not along. It's a staple of the Zamorakian forces. So why do they need to read up on it here? Are they looking for new techniques and rituals? No, I don't think so. This is more of a discourse on what it means to be undead. What happens to trapped souls. Terrible, really. Sounds like they're branching out from their usual tricks then. Indeed. And I don't like it. I'm starting to see a pattern here. We should investigate somewhere else. Oh, okay, so now we can choose either the Soul Altar or the Magister's Chamber. So, let's travel to the Magister's Chamber. It was in the update. Let's see how the lighting has changed. Well, it doesn't look destroyed, which is good. And they haven't taken the Soul Obelisk. Oh, interesting. Still, let's look around and see what we can find. Alright, so I can already hear it, yeah. So we're gonna check over here to the west. Imbued bones. You can examine it. Necromancy was used here. They always mention it now. Uh-huh. You don't have to see bones that are strongly imbued with magic. Feels Cold, like everything's coming to an end. Necromancy. Alright, so let's look for another clue. Alright, so we can travel to the Soul Obelisk and we can touch it. Huh. I mean, touching the obelisk merely lowered those purple barriers. I guess the Magister is indisposed. Alright, so now that that's done, we can discover magical residue. Okay, so you gotta click to climb stairs. Magical residue. This seems to be a lingering residue of some powerful magic. Not normal rune magic either. They must have been powerful to do this. Let's be careful. So that's number 2. Let's find the last one. Oh, okay, I didn't notice that. And you can see it right here by the Soul Obelisk is discover fragments of an obelisk. They broke a bit off the Soul Obelisk? Why? Surely they'd want the whole thing. Could they be trying to figure out how it works? Or using it to make something else? Both of the ideas are plausible. And terrifying. Alright, so that's 3 out of 3. I think that's probably everything we're gonna find here. We should look somewhere else. And, okay, so the last option will be to travel to the Soul Altar. Alright, so let's travel to it. Well, this place is disturbing. I mean, this shit crazy. This shit look crazy. I'm not sure what to expect. I don't see any obvious damage, or Zamorak interferes. Let's look around. Alright, so we already see scorch marks here. Look at these. There was some sort of struggle here. Look at the depth of the grove. Or the groove, sorry. Someone powerful did this. Alright, so that's the first one. Discover the Soul Altar. The mysterious power emanates from the shrine. Wait, this damage looks recent. It looks deliberate. Are those claw marks? Were they taking a piece of the Soul Altar? But why? Alright, so that's 2. And I saw a cat just like 2 seconds ago. Oh, Ka. Hello, cat. I don't suppose you saw what happened here. I mean, purr. Cryptic, but not particularly helpful. It's not the way of the cats to be helpful. But I suppose I can make a purr. There was a beast that arrived, purr, tall and purr, and stinking of a purr. It argued with a man who stank of purr. He was injured and purring, but that seemed to only purr him. There was a purr made of purr with him. She was filled with purr and hatred. Her spirit was made of knives. They did something to the altar, but I didn't stick around to see exactly what. Okay, that's 3 out of 3. I've been thinking through everything we found. I'm gonna need your help to reenact what happened. So you have freedom of movement. I'll happily get an aide to run everything you're wearing back to the bank. You must empty your backpack to continue. Alright, so automatically just that option, you can just deposit everything. So talk to her again. Lovely. This is what I've got so far. It looks like we're vengeance. Yeah, I think that's who we are. Alright, so let's see what's going on with the Magister. Alright, look at the Magister, boy. There's nothing for you here. You are no master of the arcane arts. You reek of death. But I do not sense the underworld upon you. There is a shadow, a darkness that lingers within you that is not quite your own. I am not here for you to study. You will give me the knowledge I want. And if I don't, you will. Is this where you threaten me with death, little warrior? Because I have overcome that problem. You will wish you hadn't. Enough posturing. I'm here for the secrets of that soul obelisk. My commander would know how it works. And who is your commander? Are they too cowardly to face me themselves? Too busy. You are not as important as I'm sure you believe yourself to be. My commander has other things that demand his attention. You will deal with me. No, I do not think I will. Leave this place while I still allow it. The arrogance in this world astounds me. Around every corner, every street, there are people who believe themselves above it all. Nobles who believe that happenstance of their birth elevates them. Mages who believe their magic is more important than a carefully learned trade. That's a misprint. Adventurers calling themselves a world guardian. Nah, she trying to disrag us. She gonna get, she gonna get it. I think she already did though, because they believe they were in the right place at the right time. You bring bile to my throat. So let me show you. Let me show you how small you really are. I have no spells, no fancy enchantments, no demon packs to guide my hands. Let me show you what one woman, she a girl? Okay, so, can do with a blade, a shield, and a lifetime of rage built up inside of her. Alright, so we attack her. Oh, okay, so. Alright, so we just. Alright, I'll wait till this is done. I'll let you go. Alright, so here we go. Yeah, that was real close. Alright. Enough. I yield. I mean, of course you do. Now tell me tell me of this obelisk, about the power of souls. Then you will meet my associate, Gerard. And you will learn just how merciful I have been. I do not like, I don't like this. From what we found, this seems like Zamrakans are researching soul magic and necromancy. That sort of power is invariably misused. But when you add in the ritual marker, that shit get even scarier. Ventured for TH? Treasure hunter? Alright, so yeah, we're ready to move on. Come on, let's return to Falador and see if we can plot our next move. We should head back to the throne room in Falador. Alright, so let's continue our journey. Alright, so just teleport back to Falador, and I'll see you back at the throne room. Okay, so there is one thing I noticed while running to the throne room. You still have the same HP from that fight, so... Oh boy. Alright, so now that we're back at the throne room, let's talk to Adrestia again. You took your time. Nah, and Dimitri? Trindine. What are you doing here? Meet my intelligence agent. You trust Trindine's information? Come now, I'm hurt. When have I ever lied to you? Repeatedly, and at length. You're lying right now by pretending to be Anne Dimitri. This is just a costume. Hardly a lie. Lies are much more fun. Besides, I have no reason to lie about any of this. You think I have anything to gain by keeping the Zamrakian secrets? Keeping the Zamrakian secrets? They are as much as a threat to followers of Zeros as they are Ceradoman stooges. No, Trindine. You will not install us here. In my throne room. Unless you want to see the sunrise tomorrow.
Ah, there we are, a little backbone. Good. That's what I want to see. Can't have the future ruler being a pushover. Why are you here, Trinijunie? The same reason I always am. I have information. Specifically, I have information about Bilrak and his army. There's soldiers in Daemonheim equipment. There are soldiers in Daemonheim equipment gathering in the wilderness, at the Mage Arena to be precise. They're recruiting. If I were you, I'd think about getting someone there in the inside. Daemonheim armor is very slimming and in fashion this season. I also have whoever writing this, man, come on. Oh no, sorry. It also has the It also has the added advantage of completely hiding your face. Anyone could sneak in among those recruits. Anyone. Well, we can't smuggle any Daemonheim art from the dungeons. So we need to think of a new way to get a disguise. Luckily for you, I've tooled around the wilderness a fair bit recently, and I might have something to help. While I was out watching Team Chaos murder one another for stupidity's sake, I spotted a couple places where Daemonheim ore has found its way to the surface. Nah! Okay, there's some veins of Argonite. Nah, so we getting Daemonheim stuff? Alright, interesting. That somehow found themselves pushed to the surface near Daemonheim ruins. Mind yourself some of that, and then a little elbow grease in the smithy will sort you a disguise. Perfect. It's your boy. Let's see if we can find some ore and get ourselves a disguise. For both of us. We're looking at 28 Argonite ore to smith. Wait, you're going with them? Seriously? You? Of course I am. I can't very well just let It's Your Boy have to deal with everything on their own. Why not? Everyone else does. Your father always did. My father always did. I always do. They like it. Makes them feel useful. A little help would be nice once in a while. Oh, don't try and do the whole humble modesty nonsense. You enjoy being the solution to everyone's problems. Makes you feel useful. Nah! I mean, I am useful. Of course you are, sweet cakes. You are invaluable. I think we should go before Trinijunie somehow makes this more awkward. Oh, I absolutely can. But I'll save that for later. Nah, she using some other type of teleport. Are we ready to go? Travel with Adrestia? Yes. Alright, so now we gotta go mine those ores. Interesting, it says we need to find Argonite ore, but it says 360 paces away. So let's go try to find what that is. I think that's in the wilderness. Okay, so we're by the Daemonheim entrance, or at least from the wilderness. Let's talk to Adrestia again. And we're about 20 paces away, so I see rocks, Argon-like rock. Alright, so I'm assuming those are it. So, oh yeah, okay, so it even gives you on the minimap over here. Yeah, so it gives it to you. So it'll be right here. By the lumberyard, you can cross over here, or the infernal dig site. Yeah, just cross over and it'll be right here. Alright, so we gotta mine 28 of them. Oh, interesting. It gives you as if in one inventory slot. Alright, I'll let you know when I get all 28. Alright, so we're coming up on the last one. And nearly there. Alright, so your character automatically goes to her. That looks like enough ore for me. There's a furnace to smelt this in the gargoyle-infested ruins by the wilderness crater and Daemonheim. Okay, so let's continue the journey.
Alright, so what you can do is teleport back to the wilderness lodestone, and if you look at the world map, you gotta go toward the ruins. So there's a furnace here. Alright, so it's gonna be north of the Graveyard of Shadows, so I'll meet you over there. Alright, so here we go. Yeah, there's a lot of gargoyles here, and yeah, we're here. And smelt. Argon-like bar. Alright, so it's gonna take a minute. I'll let you know when I'm done. Alright, so we just finished. We should keep a low profile and smith our outfits near where recruitment is taking place. I think there's an anvil near the major arena. We should use that. Wilderness monsters get nastier the further north we go. A safer route to the deepest wilderness is to pull a lever south of Edgeville, near the Slayer Master. If the rumors I've heard are true, that lever should teleport us to the deserted keep, east of the major arena. Okay, so let's teleport to Edgeville and pull this lever that they talk about. Alright, so now that we're at Edgeville, I'm assuming by Mandareth that they talk about. So, by the bank and this lever over here. Yeah, it's real hard to see with the regular skybox, but it's right here. You can see the lever by Vanaka. So you pull it, you get teleported. And alright, that's not bad. Alright, so we gotta slash this web. So head north basically. Slash through it. And we gotta head west. Alright, so west. Continue through. Aw. And yeah, you can see the anvil right here. Alright, so I'm assuming just smith on the anvil. Right, so Adrestia just automatically talks to you. We'll each need a set of armor. You should smith a plate body, helm, gauntlets, boots, and plate legs for yourself. I like a helm, chain body, plate skirt, gauntlets, and boots. Do you need weapons? Ooh, throwing knives. Okay. Nah, I think she's just here for fun. I'll make myself a kite shield and a battle axe. Seems to be what all the cool Daemonheim recruits are wearing this season. Nah, I'll make you an axe with what's left over. Alright, if you lose anything you made, come chat with me. I'll keep an eye out for things. Alright, so yeah, it goes one by one, so I'll let you know when I'm done. Alright, so coming up on the last one. Oh, I only have one bar left. That's not enough to make Adrestia's battle axe. No, so she got a pickaxe? That'll do. Alright, so I'm assuming we talked to her. I didn't have enough bars to make you a battle axe, so I made you this instead. This is a pickaxe? I mean, bitch, you gave me a pickaxe? Right, it's still an axe. It'll still do some decent damage. Uh-huh, sugar. Uh-huh, I'm not really much of a fighter. I'll be relying on your skills here. Well, regardless, thank you. I'm going to head to the major arena now and try out this disguise. And she'll meet us there. Okay, so I'm assuming we put on everything? Nah. We look like Daemonheim. Like we look like old school stuff. Nah, Adrestia the Forgotten, nah. Alright, we'll arouse suspicion if we bring in anything other than our disguises. I can get someone to run anything else you're carrying to the bank. Yeah, you must empty. Alright, so that's it. Empty everything. Looking good. Well, as good as one gets in Daemonheim armor. Are you ready to infiltrate the major arena? Yes. We need to find the recruiter and convince them to let us join. See if you can spot someone that looks like they might be in charge. Nah, Vengeance is here. Keela. Or Kayla. No. The armor is sloppily equipped. You like the stance of a soldier, but there's potential. You, on the other hand, you look nothing like a soldier. I may not have been conscripted, but I can fight. Too many of you think that's enough. That war is just swords and bloodshed. But war is discipline. War is I mean, she's a girl.
Oh, war is when you take a knife and slowly insert in the liver rather than chop off their head.
So, you have the patience for war?
Do you have the resolve?
Let us prove ourselves. Very well, answer me this. You stand in the battlefield, the weather is crisp, and the grass blows freely. There's a girl in front of you with a sword in your hand. You know, I wait for orders. Yes, an easy answer. I confess, but it separates the monsters from the hopefuls. A soldier is part of the machine, a cog in the system, not the system itself. A warrior wins battles. A soldier wins war side by side with other soldiers. Knowledge is power, and discipline gives us strength. I thought Zamorak was all about chaos. A child's interpretation. Zamorak promotes freedom, not chaos. Though to those holding the chain, the two can seem the same. So let me ask you another question. You have been told to hold the location. It is far from the battle, and of little strategic importance. And as you stand there, you spot an enemy scout limping away. Limping away from you, a missive in her hand. You know, if it's an enemy, then you chase after them. Good. The location lacks strategic value. That missive could alter the war. A soldier needs discipline, but a soldier that lacks initiative is no better than a golem. And golems need neither food nor sleep. Perhaps there's a place for you here. One last question. Kill your friend. That's not a question.
Is it not? I'm currently your commanding officer. I've told you what you do.
You know what? I refuse. Good. I gave you no reason to kill her, except my whim. So, 313, that'll be the answers. Good. I refuse until I gave you a real reason. As soldiers, we are bound together by a loyalty, a shared vision, and the absolute knowledge that we are there for one another. By refusing to kill her without reason, you prove you're willing to stand up for your fellows. I can use this. Welcome to the recruitment trials. They will not be gentle, but if your blade is strong as your mind, then perhaps you prevail. Perhaps. You've shown that you have a temperament we can use. Now let's see if your blade is as sharp as your mind. You'll be challenged against several waves of soldiers, starting you with the weakest. See if you have what it takes to join their elite ranks. Failure will mean your death. If you have any pieces of unfinished business with your friends or family, now is the time to resolve them. Are you ready? Yeah. Alright, let's get it. Very well. Alright, so we just go all the way in. Oh, you can use abilities. Okay. Okay, sick. Wave 1 is 4 out of 4. Passable. Okay. Against real warriors. No, is that a seeker? Oh boy. Okay, so it's not that bad. The accuracy is a little off because, you know, we're in weaker armor. But it seems doable. Yeah, let me yeah, turn on your prayer if you want to get a little bit more. Good, you were proving yourself to be quite an asset. Against a real threat? Oh boy. Nah, Ma? Or Mal? Alright, there we go. But for now, go meet your fellow soldier. You earned a rest. Welcome to the army. Together we shall build a better world, free from the chains of our oppressors. Well done. I wasn't much help.
Uh-huh. All I had was this pickaxe. Mm-hmm.
Look around for clues from Bilrak's schemes. Okay, here we go again with this stuff on the floor. There must be a reason why they set up this place. Alright, so it looks like it's just in here. Discover scuff marks. And that sound again. Someone was dragged here. Maybe by someone's heels? Alright, so that's 1 out of 4 clues. No normal fire could have left these marks. Nah, this looks like the Manjarat symbol. Okay. Alright, that's number 2. We got an eavesdrop. See what? Attack that collodion. It's like their spells just fizzled out. No. Okay, so likely bluster. What is this? So the magic that they threw, it just dissipated. Interesting. It's not normal, I tell you, taking prisoners? Why is it not normal? Well, when you defeat a foe, you kill him, right? Honorable thing to do. Yeah, but if you want to go... But if you want to get info from them, that's what you need to do to get pointed things out. Yeah, I don't think we want to listen anymore of that. Still, they took a prisoner. That means Bilrak needs something from someone. Someone from here. The question is who and why. Okay, so looking at all the evidence, I have a pretty good idea of what's going on here. So we go into play cutscene. Alright, so let's see. Bilrak was here and he wanted something from the most powerful mage present. Collodion. Nah, we haven't seen this guy since... Oh god. Yeah, he's like a demon type. Here to compete in the Arena Majorat? I thought your lot were above this sort of thing. I'm not here for your petty tasks, wizard. I'm here for your secrets. Oh? Do you want my cheesecake recipe? Because I never share. Or perhaps you're looking for my secret hide-and-seek spot. It's much less interesting than you think. Does everyone get bored of your pointless wittering? It must be a lonely existence. We find our joy where we can, I suppose. Then I will be happy to return you to your solitude. Just as soon as you tell me the secret of absorbing magic? Nah! I don't know what you mean. Yeah, Collodion know what's good. No games, wizard. I have seen you defeated time and time again by weakening magicians with a fraction of your power. I have watched as the strands of magic around their spells wither and die. At your touch. Consumed as you feign defeat. I would know this secret. Ah, I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would. But this secret has been mine for too long for me to just give it away. What would you give me in return that could match the power and knowledge I possess? I am no mindless villain, Collodion. The price would be fair. You can name your weight in gold or gemstones. Money? What use do I have for money? Wealth is a fool's game. No, I want power. Absolute and unmistakable. I want a kingdom. Promise me Asgarnia, and in return I will give you what you seek. Quite the fair trade, I think. It is, if it were any other time. I would give you what you ask, but I cannot afford to surrender territories now. Then we're done here. I will not share my secrets for anything less. Unfortunate. I've hoped you would be reasonable, that we could reach a compromise. But I shall pay your new price. You have, after all, asked for a lesson in pain. No. The hell was that? It is unfortunate that you forced my hand in this. I am not unreasonable, but no matter. You will tell me what I need to know, or you shall have a stark lesson in just how restrained I have been so far. Soldiers, take him away. That's what the evidence suggests. Bill Rock wanted Collodion because Collodion knows a fascinatingly unique magical ability. Imagine the possibilities. You can consume magical spells. You could eat curses, unravel ancient enchantments. Of course, Bill Rock is likely only thinking of the military implications of it all. Oh no! What? The pieces, they're all falling into place by the light. It's horrible. He can't. Can't what? You need to tell me what you worked out. The ritual marker, the soul obelisk, and now this? Bill Rack is looking to consume vast amounts of magical power, vast amounts of anima. If he performs the right ritual with all those components, he could consume half the souls in the human kingdoms. Gotta stop him. I mean, We need to find and sabotage the marker. No, sounds like Dead Space. Somehow put a stop to this madness. It'll be somewhere nearby, somewhere reasonably secure. There's a cave beneath the mage arena. Would that do? We should leave here and go take a look and see what we can do. Alright, so we gotta go to that cave and beneath the mage arena. I'll see you there. Right, so I don't know about you, but you couldn't just walk down. You gotta press, like, you gotta click here for some reason, like some weird spot. Yeah, it says, yes, search the caves beneath the mage arena. We need to find the ritual marker and put a stop to this, to Bill Rack's madness. Okay, so... Nah, there's the marker. Some quote-unquote doomsday device? By the stars, look at it. If it wasn't such a nightmarish abomination, I would be almost impressed. The blasphemous union of Terra Guardian soul sorcery, Collodion's thaumaphmagic secrets, and all of it wrapped around a modified version of the Mantra ritual marker. Now you can see the little mini soul obelisk. We gotta destroy it. The good news is that something like this is going to be incredibly unstable. 3 alien magical techniques working together is a recipe for disaster. What should we do? We should look for ways to rig all these effects to turn against one another. Alright, so we gotta find out what to do. Okay, so looking around, you can see the little goofiness, like the little things on the floor you can see. So we're gonna take a rune pouch. I see something else over here. White dust. Okay, so I'm gonna choose the... Oh, okay, so nothing happens. Okay. Oh, we can inspect the rock. Okay, nothing interesting happens. We can search the rune pouch. Okay. 1 measly fire rune. Okay. The sharp rock with the measly fire rune. Okay, you break the fire rune into fragments. Bring the pieces to me. I can imbue them with some volatile magic. Make them a little more dangerous. Okay. Show an item in the backpack. Nah, so she know magic? Okay. Of an abundance of a magical charge. Okay, so I'm assuming now with the white dust you can use the empty room pouch. Right. Okay, let's figure out now what to do. I mean, the only thing I can really think of is... What, use the white pouch on the sparkling pool? Yeah, look at that, yeah, to make it wet or something like that. Use an item in your backpack. You soak. Earthly wet gray. Okay, so let's show her this. Okay. So I think that'll work. I think that'll work. Alright, let's try to sabotage it. Soggy. Okay, so we can use that. Alright. That should have an unpleasant side effect. Nah, it's... Okay. Alright, so... Let's see what we gotta do now. Oh wait, conceal. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, so yeah, now you gotta conceal it. Because you can't just leave that out in the open. Alright, nice. Come on, we better get out of here before they start looking for saboteurs. Let's split up and make it easier to escape. I'll meet you back in Falador Castle. Alright, so back to Falador. Alright, so I'm gonna just step into the pool and just leave. I think you could have just went to Falador. Oh no, okay. Alright, so there's a cutscene.
Bilrak didn't think to inspect the marker before his ritual, and it cost him dearly. He sought the power he felt was owed to him. He dreamed of draining souls from across the world, becoming unrivaled in his power. In a world without gods, he would rule without opposition. Unrivaled, untouchable, but it was not to be. Your sabotage turned the power Bilrak summoned into the marker against itself. Magic surged until the structure could contain it no longer. In a great thunderclap, the marker exploded, shattering across the wilderness like a bad dream. The power contained returned to the dirt and the soil. The shards of soul it harnessed returned to the underworld to await their afterlife. Bilrak had failed, his plan ruined, his dreams of glory shattered like the marker. In one act of sabotage, the world was safe once more. None even knew they'd been at risk. Bilrak's army remained. It was still a threat. Still a terrible danger. But the infallibility of his leadership was gone. His authority lost, like his dreams of dominion.
Uh-huh. We did it. We stopped his evil scheme. I never doubted you. Though I wasn't sure I would be any help.
But, sugar, we did it. I don't want to say she useless, but, I ain't gonna say nothing. Regardless, this is the last time I could really be out in the field like that. I mean, soon she'll be crowned as Basilissa, and will have no more time for such adventures. I shall enable others to become heroes. I shall use my power to lift them up and let them save the world. And far better use of my time. Though, I mean, we can actually have the coronation first. I never knew how much organization goes into one of those. We have guests coming, dignitaries from all the human kingdoms. Each of them needs to have a seat at the table, and each of them thinks they're as important as the last. I have to try and place them all on the head table from the banquet, or for the banquet, but it's much more of a headache than I expected. Help. I really appreciate it, but are you sure? It's not exactly saving the world. Be a nice break from world-ending struggles. I'll help. As always, your help is welcome. So I apologize. There are times during diplomatic need. Alright. So what we gotta do. There are 4 dignitaries and only 4 seats. Okay. Sits at the top of the room with all guests facing it. As Basilissa. Nah, look at her. Look at her little outfit. Okay. As Basilissa, she's sitting in the middle, and the other guests are seated around her. It might offend them. Okay. So no pressure, and then have a chat with the guests and see if you can work it out. Okay, so Kandarian, what's that, the Tyrus? Menophyte, Asgardian, and Mistalin. Alright. Alright, let's see what's going on. And I'll figure it out. Alright, so I mean, I talked to all of them. All of them got issues. Asgardian don't really got no pressure. But Mistalin, Kandarian, and Menophyte do. She's paranoid. He's worried that she's always paranoid, and she, like, got some business. So, okay. Yeah. It's 1342. Yeah, that's the order. Okay. Yeah, that sounds perfect. You'd be a great diplomat. You know, I'll be alright. Adventuring and killing monsters my forte. Sir Doma's light. It's really gonna happen. She gonna be Basilissa. I thought you was ready. Alright. Not just a phrase. It's a future thing. No, it should be alright. Alright, so the weight of so many lives on her hands. Just promise me one thing. When I'm this big, powerful empress, come say hello from time to time. Unless we got quests, dog, I don't think I'm gonna be coming back and saying what's happening, but yeah, I'll say what's up. Right. There's no putting this off any longer. The following sequence is long, fully voice acted, and features atmospheric music and effects. We strongly suggest that you turn on sound and have adequate time to get the most out of it. You goddamn right. I'm a lore hound. We in this. Do you wish to proceed? You goddamn right.
My people, it is a heavy responsibility to wear this crown, to bear the burdens of serving you. But I do so not with fear, not with glee, but with tremendous love for you all. As I have walked the cities, I have seen compassion, joy, and kindness at every corner. I have seen the bravery of everyone from the armored knight to the tireless shopkeeper. I have visited worlds made of crystal and seen stars made of music. But in all my travels, I have never seen anything as wondrous as all of you. I promise that I shall do everything in my power to keep you safe. Everything I can to make your lives just a little bit better each and every day. I cannot do this alone, but I know that I am not. For just as I stand with each of you, so do I know in my heart that you all stand with me. Thank you. Thank you for letting me bear the burden of this crown. I will try my best to live up to it. Thank you. Thank you all. I have no words for a speech. What words could possibly convey the gratitude I feel right now? For your respect and your love. There is a song that is sung on Hallow. It is memorized and passed on from parent to child. Each time we add our own voice to it, to change it, to make it part of a living story. I would like to share mine with you all, as the story now grows with you. Almighty Sarah Darwin, welcome a new dawn on this horizon. Almighty Sarah Darwin, come my divine spirits to glory.
Ah, look at Moya. The hell she doing here?
She returns. I can't wait to hear where in the abyss you've been!
Bilrak, did something happen while I was away? You look terrible.
Silence! You know very well what happened. If it wasn't giving you too much credit, I'd say you had something to do with it.
Me? As if you need my help to scupper your plans. No, I merely watched while two mortals brought it all crashing down. And you just let it happen.
Obstinate, conceited child! Guards! Kill her!
No, okay. Alright, so we got something happening. Oh, it's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same abilities as last time. Yeah,
Like I had a feeling that the bladed dive, like from this, like from the first one with Moya, I already knew that was gonna be an ability.
Is that all? Clearly, it's not just you who's grown weak.
Are you going to let this mongrel talk to you like that, Bilrag?
Still with your puerile insults, Emerregal? You always were rather dull.
Keep yapping, Kerr. If Bilrak won't put you in your place, I will.
I think not. You, Margaret, may think yourselves masters of soul sorcery, but you lack imagination. Observe.
What? What have you done?
Just a little twist on an old classic. Say what you like about us mongrels. We know how to adapt.
Alright, here we go again.
Enough! Nymora, Gerard, vengeance. Destroy her. No!
They are stalling.
Their silence speaks volumes. You failed to see their potential, but they saw you. Your weakness, your ineptitude. Your rule is at an end, old man. It is time for your crown to pass to another. One with the vision to change the world.
And this is your vision. All this destruction, all this waste. If we had combined our strength, if you had just... think what we might have accomplished.
And serve as a vassal in your stagnant kingdom? No.
I suppose the old ways die hard. Zamorak. He would have been proud. So be it. Prepare yourself, Moya, for you face one of the children of Ma.
No. No, okay. The hell was that? Something worrying. I have our spies investigate. Perhaps it was nothing, but just a random convergence of magic. Oh shit! We got our abilities back. But it's done. She is now Basilissa, and all that comes with that. You would not believe the paperwork I have to complete. It was wonderful being on the last adventure with you. We will work together again, often. I hope, but perhaps not in the quite same way again. It was an honor to stand beside you, to fight beside you, even if I only had a pickaxe. Sugar. The world doesn't tell you that enough. So let me tell you again, honestly, and with everything I have, mwah, mwah. And there we go. That's succession. Got my quest cape, got everything back. That's 1 quest point, combat XP lamp, Inferno puzzle block tier 6. Yup, access to the dive ability. Yep, got everything back. Alright, nice. Yep, got everything back. Alright, that's it.